Alright, boys and girls, we're going to do an impromptu marinara sauce video to show you how I make my marinara. I'm going to tell you, don't bother with the stuff in the jars. It's way too easy to make it on your own. Now that I got my garlic, I gotta wash it, so it's not worth it. You will find the taste, making it yourself cannot compare to anything that you would buy in a jar in the store. This is how easy it is. Garlic. You don't like a lot? Put one. You like more? Put more. Garlic. I don't turn the heat on until my garlic and oil are in there. I just swig it in the bottom of the pot. Come on. Gas on, low. This is what it looks like. As you can see, it's not a boatload. I always use a trivet. Burnt sauce is no fun for anybody. You just let it heat, start getting aromatic. Now, unfortunately, we had a frost a few weeks ago where the temperature actually dropped below, it probably was about 30 degrees, and it totally killed my basil. But during the summer, I was cutting and drying, and so I do have some of my basil dried. Oh, it smells so good too. This also doesn't compare to any jar. I'm standing here, so I'm gonna pump it up just a little bit because I'm here to monitor it. When you dry your own herbs, nothing that you buy in a jar is ever going to compare. That's just a fact as well. That doesn't mean I don't have jars full of herbs. I do, but since I have the herb garden, I've been drying my oregano, my thyme, rosemary, basil, and I also give it away too. So you let that start heating, and you want the garlic to finely saute. You'll hear it start to bubble. Now, as far as tomatoes go, use whatever brand you like, be it the store-bought brand, a name brand like Cento, if you're back east, Red Pack, whichever puree you like. The large size can, which is what? Is that a 23 ounce? I don't even know what the large size can is. Hold on, I'm going to check in my pantry. So that I can give you an exact number. It's 29 ounces. 29 ounces, 1 pound, 13 ounces, 1 pound, 9 ounces, I think it said. Whatever it is, it's 29 ounces. So the large can of puree, I have the number 10 can. So I just And I'm sure this is a little bit more than what you'd get from the store, but that's okay. And if keeping the garlic in is your choice, that's a personal decision on whether you keep your garlic in your sauce or remove it. Okay, I'm gonna take a break while we wait for that to heat up and come back when it's ready for the sauce to be added. Okay, so our garlic is bubbling up nicely. You can hear it. That's a very light brown. And you could smell the garlic in it. I like to shut it off for a second because I don't like dealing with splatter everywhere. So we'll give it a minute to come down. Alrighty. And go the tomatoes. This is the puree. I will use water to get every drop of that out. Now we could put the gas back on. Low. I also cut it with a can of tomato sauce just to help thin it out. There goes my violet. And then I'm going to add water to this. Shh. I fill the can. I fill it to the top. I add it to that. And you give it a stir. You want to get all that excess out. Add it in. I'll decide if it needs more. Pot holder. Yes, it's going to need more. It's very thick. I'm just going to bring you in. Looks beautiful. Alrighty, now we'll get ready to start adding the seasonings. Okay, let me get that all mixed. Just hang with me while I get my bearings to all this videoing. I haven't shot one of my videos in ages, and when I have, it's been at my scrap desk, scrapping. So this is a new outing for me. That's my dried basil. I give it a crunch. Right over. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I don't mind other herbs from the job, but basil just never had a good smell. So I don't really buy dried basil. I'd rather just dry it from the garden. The other ones aren't too bad. So that was obviously some pepper. I have some kosher salt. Give that a little hit. I give the tiniest of Italian seasoning. Tiny. And it goes, and I give just a little bit of the dried granulated garlic. And there you go. That is marinara. I fed them.
You fed them?
I did.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm filming my marinara sauce. Okay, so my sauce has been cooking for maybe 25 minutes. And it already tastes good. But it does need, and I'm going to pull you in, I'm going to hold you from here. This is the thickness I like it. It's a nice, hearty marinara. Chill, Yog. Papa's busy. Shh, shh, shh. Come. Come here. Yogi's going wild. All 180 pounds of him. But this is how I like it. This is a perfect thickness. Now I'll let it simmer for an hour total. And it is perfect marinara for me. Let me get you to see the flame. We go a little low on the flame. But that's simple marinara. No fuss, no going crazy, no cooking for 7 hours, not necessary. Taste your tomatoes. If they have a little bit of a bite because they're of the acid, you cook it a little bit longer. But this is how easy it is. Don't buy from a jar. And I'm going to show you one other thing. My Lazy Girl sourdough from Lion's Bread. Look at the crumb, and the crust is beautiful. Delicious. It's coming up to a slight simmer. Like I said, I don't let this go for more than an hour. That's all mine needs. I always taste. Perfection. Don't buy it from a jar. It's easy to make. Do it on a day off. Make a big pot. Put it into the serving size containers that works for your family and freeze it. And you have a quick, delicious dinner anytime. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. I thank you for joining me in my flavorful home. And when I do another cooking project, I'll make sure to bring you along. Have a great weekend.